Welcome to Process ILL Requests as a Borrower. The topics to process ILL requests as a borrower include how you can process your loan requests, how you can request renewals for your ILL requests, how you can process your copy requests, the available batch options for your ILL requests, and where you can find more training materials and documentation on these topics. Let's start with updating your loan requests. After you create and submit your ILL request, you find your request on the left side panel under Borrowing Request category, Produced, Awaiting Response, with Submitted Status. Let's start with a loan request, which is for a physical item. You can click either the ID or the title link to open it. At this point, before a library has answered your request, you can edit anything on your request and save it, or you can cancel your request if you no longer need it. You can also add a staff note using the Note button located on the upper right side and add a note for internal staff if needed. After a lending library answers your request, if the library answers no, then your request automatically moves to the next lender in the lending string. The library can answer conditional, and your request will be under conditional status, and you have 4 days to act on this request, or the request will automatically move to the next lender in the lending string. You can see the conditions, open the request, and either accept it or not, or cancel the request. If you don't accept the conditions, then the request moves to the next lender in the lender string. If you accept the conditions, then you need to update the request accordingly, save it, and click the Yes button. After the lending library answers yes to your request is found under In Transit status, and you can see the date the item was shipped to your library. After the item arrives, open the request, check the Print the Bookstraps if your library uses this option, then update the request clicking the Mark as Received button on the upper left side of the screen. Your request is now under Received in Use status. Click to open the request. You have 3 options here. If your patron or anybody else at your library lost or damaged the item, you can mark it as lost, and it moves to the status as received but missing. You can request renewal, or if you are ready to return the item to the lending library, you mark to print return labels and update the request clicking the Return Item button on the upper left side of the screen. Your request is now under Return the Status, awaiting for the lending library to close it when item arrives there. The return labels and bookstraps you have marked on the requests will be under your print queue on the left side panel. You can print multiple return labels at a time, selecting the options to add, selecting the position to start, and click Print. The same applies to your bookstraps. Another option you have after you have received your loan request is to request renewals in case your patron needs more time with the item. The lending library might approve or deny your renewal request. Select a request from the Received in Use status to open it. Use the calendar icon to select your desired new date. Then click the Renew Item button. Your request is now under Renewal Requested status. If the lending library approves your request, then you will find it under Renewal Approved status with the new due date. If the lending library denies your request, then it will be under Request Denied and the item must be returned on the original due date. Now let's see how to process a copy request. After you create your copy request, then you find it under Processed Awaiting Response. You click to open the request. At this point, before a library has answered your request, you can edit anything and save it, or you can cancel your request if you no longer need it. If the lending library answers no, then your request moves to the next lender in the lender string. If the library answers conditional, then it will be under conditional status as seen here before, and you have 4 days to act on it. If the library answers yes, then your request is found under in transit status. And if the library has answered using Article Exchange, then you can find it also under Article Exchange Alert status. Click to open the request. Article Exchange creates a unique URL and password to protect the document. You can click Preview to confirm it's the correct file. If everything is fine, then you can click Email Doc to Patron. Your Patron email will be automatically populated if this information was on the request. Then add a note informing your patron that the file will be available for 30 days or 5 views and send the message. After that, update the request. Click Mark as Received button. Your request is now under Closed status because there is nothing to return to the lending library. Now let's see the batch options when processing request. You can find the options to batch receive and batch return items. The options are where you see the arrow icon on the in transit and received status. Let's start with batch receiving items, clicking the in transit status. Click the Batch Receive in Transit Items link. Click the plus sign icon to add the request to the batch list. Mark the option to print bookstraps stickers if your library uses this option. Then click the Receive Items button. All the items in the batch list are updated to Receive in Use status, and the bookstraps are added to your print queue. Now let's batch return items. Click Received status, then click the Batch Return Received Items link. Click the plus sign icon to add items to the batch list. Mark to print return labels. Then click the Return Items button. All the items in the batch list are updated to return the status, and the return labels are added to your print queue. You can contact OCLC support and find more documentation and training materials at help.oclc.org. Thanks for watching.